好的，好的，现在开始 record。
还少一个。
还少一个是吗？行，那我再等等，我这边也开着。那我们是需要再等等他们，还是就是先
再给他打电话，如果我再给他打电话，如果不行的话，我们就开始就好了。
好的，好的。
行吧，我觉得你开始吧，他不接我电话。
行，好，那就先开始吧。So yeah, hi everyone. My name is Ray again. Yeah, so we are gonna officially begin our first lecture on Python. So as you have noticed, as you might notice that I changed the platform. So yesterday I was using this website called repo.it. Yeah. So yeah, this. Right. Yeah. So I was using this, and today I'm gonna try a new thing called Google Colab. And in the Discord, I have already shared a link. So if you click the link, I think you hopefully can see. Yeah, I think you can hopefully see the notebook. Wait, actually. Chat. Yeah. So if you guys can open the notebook, just type yes. And also feel free to feel free to like actually go off mute and yeah, go off mute and talk. Chat. Is any of you like typing something? Because I'm not like seeing responses. So yeah, if you have not yet, go to the link. So this is the link. Once you click the link here, you can access the notebook. Guys are just not really talkative today, I guess. Chat. Deadly silence. Also, is my voice okay? Yep. Okay. Definitely. So if you guys do not talk or chat, then I'm just gonna assume that you guys can see the notebook. So this platform is called Jupyter Notebook, not Jupyter Notebook, Google Colab. And this thing, I'm just gonna introduce a little bit of here. I figure that this can be a good way of teaching. But after today's lecture, if you guys do not like it, I can go back to like yesterday. So like remember yesterday I was using repo. Um, yeah, so I was using repo and then just type. And if you prefer that way, like let me know after today's lecture. All right. So yeah. Uh, and if you go if you Google like Google Colab, because I'm assuming you're all in Canada, so I think you guys have this kind of resource. So if you go Google Colab and then you can just open it, and then for you guys you can just like examples, recent, and then here. Yeah, I mean you can start a new notebook somewhere. Not not showing those not showing those buttons though. But yeah, if you randomly click one and then go to file and then new notebook, and then you can just easily create a new notebook yourself. Just like that. Yeah, as easy as that. And if you want to um, here, so if you are currently in my notebook, what you can try to do is you go to file and then you can do save a copy in Drive. Okay, so after you save a copy in Drive, it basically gives you your own copy, and then you can manipulate it whatever you want. Okay, and then there's save button. It is auto saved. Yeah, so those other features I'll probably gonna introduce it as I go through the notebook. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the reason I introduced Google Colab is I feel like it's a good way of teaching. You can use repo, or the other option is to install Python 3 in your own computer. Okay, and when doing that, so this upper bar is pretty. Yeah, this upper bar is annoying and it is blocking me to selecting the tabs. But yeah, sorry about that. So after you open the notebook, there are two links here. So this one is Python official website. You can actually go ahead and download Python here. You can choose the versions for us. As long as we choose Python 3, I don't think the version would matter a lot. Yeah, so just go ahead and click download Python 3.9.6. It should be fine. Yeah, so this is for Mac OS or Linux users. Um, I figure this would be an easier way for Windows users. This is another link. So I look it up in the Microsoft Store, and then I also have a Windows computer. I used it to stream yesterday, but I changed the platform. But yeah, I mean 3.7, 3.8, 3.9. Not recommending 3.10 because I feel like it is beta, so it is not yet stable, like not yet a stable version. But yeah, those ones you can just click them, and then after you just click get or download, then you should be able to get your own Python installed on your own laptop. Okay, And yeah, so that is just a little bit of introducing and setting up the environment. I am planning, if I finish today's lecture early, then I am planning to leave out some time for you guys to just install it, and if there is questions, then I can answer it during the lecture. So I hope that helps you, because when I was actually setting up the environment itself, or like myself, I actually hope that there is someone there to help me. So I figured that would be helpful. Yeah. So we are done this, install Python 3. So running your first Python program. Um, Here, run Python can be used as a interactive interpreter. So five, this double multiplication is to the power of, but it's okay that you do not know this. I'm just using this as an example for Python can be used as a interactive interpreter. What does this mean? So you can do 5 multiply by 3. You will get the results 5 to the power of 3, but the results is not stored. It is interactive in a means that, for example, after you installed it, um, conti active, yeah, so Python 3. Yeah, so after you installed it in the command line, you can just do Python 3. And this is a interactive, interactive shell, I would say. And you can literally do anything here. 3 times 5 gives you 15, right? And then you can do other kind of stuff here. A is equal to 1, and then you'll get 1. Like this is just easy, a quick way to do like small things. But if you want to develop more sophisticated stuff, then this is not recommended. But for us as starters, this could be helpful. And here, as I showed in my command line, this actually does the same thing. So 5 times 3, right? And then yeah, so the trick to run this code. So yeah, for Jupyter notebooks, those are called text boxes, and those are called code boxes. And to run the code boxes, you just click Shift Enter. Shift Enter. I'll just type in a chat. Shift plus Enter. Yeah, any shift can work. And then after you put your focus in the box and then do Shift Enter, it runs this box, this code box. What you can also do is just click this run line, and yeah, run cell, and then it gives you the same thing. Okay, and then just to keep my example there, 5 times 3 gives you 125, and times 3 is just power. Yeah. So that is how to run the first Python program. And yeah, so and as I mentioned here, 5 times 3 only does the computation, but the result is not stored. So, but if you assign it into a variable, then you can access it later when calling this variable. So this is basically, the idea of variable. And this separate column is to demonstrate the functionality of a print function. So here, a is equal to 5 times 3. So what this does is I have already put number 125 into a, and then I'm calling the print function. So if I run this code, then you can see here, A has a value and column, and then A. So this example here is first we showed how to use a variable, how to access it, and how to, oh, someone is in the waiting room. Let me admit it. Okay. Yeah, so let me continue. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let me continue here. 5 times 3. This the result is already there. As you can see here, print A has a value, and then comma, and then I have another string here. So those are strings. Uh, yeah, and then this value A. And then if you print those, then it concatenate all of those values, right? And it concatenates into one sentence and print it out. And well, you could have totally done this. So this A has a value of something, uh, and then comma A, but like I am just demonstrating this to you so that print can take multiple inputs, and uh, it can deal with multiple stuff and output what you want. Okay, oops. Yeah, so more details will be, oh, there's another person. Here. Yeah, so yeah, so this is how print works, and this is how assigning into a variable works. So comments, single line comments and multiple line comments. So if you have learned any kind of programming language before, any kind of language would have a format of commenting. That is just to say that, this line of stuff or this block of text that you wrote is just for comment and just for human to read, and this is not for the machine to interpret it. So yeah, here as you can see, it is use this, I don't know what it's called. In Chinese, it's just 井号. But like, yeah, you can find it on number 3. It is right above it. Yeah, so this is a single line of comments, and you have those triple single quotes. Okay, and then the single quotes is just the key right beside the enter. Yeah, so single quotes here. And then if you do like triple single quotes and then you wrap it all, this is a multi-line comments. It is using 3 single quotes. You can write anything that might help others to understand your code. So yeah, basically it is for yourself to understand your code, like after a long time you have written this piece of code, sometimes you just forget what this does. So it is not too much work. So you just better comment it if time is allowed. Yeah, so print this is a line of code that will be actually ran, and print this line is commented out using single line comment. Commenting things out is a basic way to debug your program. What I mean by that is, sometimes there will be errors in your code, and those arrows, sometimes if you do not know how to use debugger, then it's a good thing to actually comment stuff out, because yeah, So for example, if something wrong with this line, you can comment this out and run the rest of the program and see if the rest of the code program still works. And then you can and you don't have to copy and paste it to somewhere else. Okay, yeah. So that is the use of comments and multiple line of comments. Yeah. So variables. You might have studied different types of variables in other language. Oops, I like to double click it, but it's not a good habit. Those types are very similar in Python. So in Python, you would definitely have integers or booleans. Booleans just means true or false. Integers are just like those normal numbers. And you're gonna have floating point number, which is like decimal numbers. And yeah, you're gonna have a string or some stuff like this. But yeah, when the difference between Python and probably other languages like C or Java, um, you guys might have learned this, but yeah, the difference of it is that in C, what you would do is, for example, int a is equal to 1, right? And that tells you that this variable is storing an int. And in languages like Java or C, an int variable is only able to store an int, not a double or not other stuff like this. But Python, in Python, you can just do a is equal to 1. And then let me run this code. So a is equal to 1. And then you try to print a. And then this function type here. So I can add a comment type bracket function function returns the type of the variable. Okay, type function returns the type of the variable. So if you do this, a is equal to 1, print a, and then you print type a, then it will show you class int. And you I don't know if you guys have all know the idea of class, but like it is just a type of stuff, and as you can just understand it as a type of stuff for now. And yeah, a can be then reassigned with a string a, and then you print a, then well it actually shows up a, right? And then you print the type of a, then the type is now converted to string. So yeah, that is that is a feature of Python, and that means is you can have a variable assigned into some types, and then you can later change those types. And in some languages like C or Java, it's not allowed, but in Python, it is allowed. Okay, yeah. So also here, the idea of constant. The idea of constant is that, well, those are called variables, and those are called constants. So they're like pretty much opposite of each other. And variables definitely means that a variable can change from time to time. You can change it and feel free to change it. And constants means that we sort of agree that those numbers does not change, or those values does not change. And it is usually used in for example, mathematical expressions, where, for example, here you can see constant pi is equal to 3.14, and then you can print it there. But like I I think that you can still change this later. That will still work. There is no arrow in this thing, but we are just assuming that it is a constant. And how do we tell this? So there is a naming convention of variables. Is that if a variable is like all in uppercase like this, so like constant, every letter is in uppercase, then we are assuming it is a constant and we are not supposed to change that. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about like the naming conventions later. But yeah, yeah. So I am just okay. Yeah, meeting is gonna end in 10 minutes. I am just gonna quickly check for feedbacks, and uh, feel free to type in a chat. Is the speed okay? Is there anything that I need to elaborate more on? Because everyone has different kind of knowledge level when coming to this course. So yeah, is speed too fast or okay? And then is there anything to is there anything needs more explanation? Okay, speed is good. I'm assuming there's not going too quick. For the constant part, it is not outputting anything in repo. Um, Let me open up a repo quickly. For the constant part, is not what does that mean? Let me try it on repo and show a new repo, Python lecture 1. Yeah, so in repo, it works like this. 1 second, it's loading there. Yeah, so for example, constant pi is equal to 3.14, and print constant pi, and then I just run it. That seems to work. Is there anything that is not normal? I mean, this code works for my repo. Interesting. I think my worry. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it crashes. Some because it might consume a lot of memory on a web page, and if you are maybe doing something else, if you open like a other applications, that might consume too much memory. And yeah, hopefully by the end of today, hopefully we can get everyone installed Python, so that we don't have to depend on those online stuff. I mean, yeah, install it and on your own machine is you're definitely gonna need it somehow in your programming career. Yeah, so definitely gonna need it, and it is just good to have. I'm just gonna close this so that it does not uh, abstract me. Yeah, so going back to this collab. Okay, so constant and print function. Let me open up this link. So we are using print function a lot, right? And I mean, it is just, I would say, good to actually know more about it, right? So what we usually do to a print function is that we're going to print a lot of stuff, and it is a good idea that what you are printing would actually make sense. Okay, so I'm just going to define a variable here. Username is equal to Ray, and then age is equal to 21, and then I am just going to print this. So print username column, and then followed by a bracket, followed by a column, followed by a comma, means that, you know, whatever goes after it needs to concatenate with those. Okay, and then age, and then I just do another column, and then I pass in age, and then this SEP means separate. So we provided 4 arguments, right? So username, this is a string, this is another string here, this is age, and this is the actual age. And separate just means that between those parameters you're passing in, you're actually adding a stuff. You can do like literally adding stuff here. You can do comma, and then I run this, and then you can do like comma, right? Those are commas. And you can do what? You can do column. Yeah, I mean, literally anything that you want, it can go there as long as this is what you want to use as a separate signal, I would say. Yeah, and just means at the end what you're gonna add. So \n, it is next line. Um, it is okay that you do not know this. I introduced it just yeah, for the purpose of introduce this end here. I mean, typically you would want to output a new line after you're done, but you can do this as well, right? And then it comes, you can get a question mark at the end. Like those basically means that you can put whatever stuff there, but I am just gonna put \n because it would definitely make sense to switch a new line after you are done talking. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this again, and then this is just how it is. And okay, yeah. So in the link that I provided here, this is a tutorial page, and this is sort of like a dictionary. You know, in Chinese we have in any kind of language we have dictionaries, and in Python we definitely do have them as well. And you know, we can just go ahead and look up those functions. Can you add one student? Let him join. Yeah, so I don't think I'm seeing any student joining. Hi Jennifer.
Hi, I don't know. So the student saying he is in the waiting in the Zoom. I don't know. I will.
Maybe he's in my waiting. Like He's in my Zoom.
Because currently you are the host, I'm not the host, so I cannot see.
Okay. Okay. But like right now, there's no one wants to join, and it is ending soon as well. So it is ending less than 1 minute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I will restart it and I'll check again.
Yep, definitely. So yeah, the same thing. If the Zoom kick us out, then we're just gonna wait for Jennifer to restart it, and then we can just come back to it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Sure. Yeah. So before it actually kick us out, I can still talk more if you guys don't mind. So this is a tutorial page. It is so laggy, but yeah, this is a function page, and this introduces what this function do and introduces the parameters. Okay, and as you can see here, those are all the parameters, the printf